there guys, Morgan here with the Daily Draft where we take Magic one draft at a time. I am currently in a Khans of Tarkir Favor Forge queue and I'm excited to get started. So we've got about 2 more people that we're waiting on and hopefully they'll join the queue soon. Alright, we're back and we opened a pretty sweet rare. Yosova Dragonclaw has trample, and at the beginning of combat on your turn you can pay either one and then red blue hybrid, and if you do, gain control of target creature an opponent controls with power less than Yosova Dragonclaw's power until the end of turn. Untap that creature and it gains haste, which is pretty awesome. There's also Misfire Adept, which is very strong. Abzan Sky Captain is actually crazy strong with a creature heavy deck. I think we just take Yosova though. It is a 4/2, which means that bolstering is pretty great. It's big, so things like Team or Battle Rage matter, and it's great at filling in a curve and just being imposing. And also, like, Yosova's just badass. Alright, got past a Wild Slash, which is pretty sweet. It's a little awkward with Yosova because taking a green card and a red card puts you in the Teamer wedge right away, but we don't have to play either of them, and we can keep our options open. Wild Slash, 2 damage, target creature or player, instant speed, fairly reasonable. That's what I'm talking about. Aven Surveyor. When it enters the battlefield, choose one, put a 1/1 counter on Aven Surveyor, making it a 3/3 flyer, or return target creature to its owner's hand, and keep the 2/2 flyer for your troubles. I like the card a lot. There's also Sandstep Outcast, Jeskai Sage, Hunt the Weak, and Teamer Battle Rage, but Aven Surveyor being a sweet tempo play is pretty awesome. So Ethereal Ambush is pretty good. Gurmag Angler is also fairly decent. Mardu Scout might be good. Humble Defector is good, but only if you have like collateral damage. I like Enhanced Awareness quite a bit. I think that the card selection is pretty good in a format that can get grindy, like Cons or Fit Cons can. Let's see. I kind of want this Gurmag Angler. Like I could see taking Mardu Scout and just going incredibly aggressive though. Gurmag Angler is such a brick wall. But I think I'd take the Mardu Scout. My deck already has a sort of aggressive bent, so if we pick up a Heel Cutter, we will be very happy. It's probably not happening. Ooh, so Lotus Path Djinn is sweet. Cloud Form is even better though. When it enters the battlefield, it becomes an aura with Enchant Creature. Manifest the top card of your library and attach Cloud Form to it. Enchanted creature has flying and hexproof, which is pretty great. It's basically a Windrake that has hexproof with the potential to give one of your bigger creatures hexproof, which is awesome. So a couple of good options here. We have Jeskai Runemark. Jeskai Runemark, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, and enchanted creature has flying as long as you control a red or white permanent. It's a pretty aggressive Runemark actually. We could also take Whisk Away. There's also a Hungering Yeti, which I personally enjoy playing. There's also Thornwood Falls. We're not specifically attached to Yosova though, so I'm not really interested in taking Thornwood Falls yet. It's between Whisk Away and Jeskai Runemark to me, and I think we just take Whisk Away as the removal spell in the pack. Although, again, Jeskai Runemark is pretty sweet. A couple options here. Rage Form is the red version of Cloud Form, where the manifested creature has double strike, which is pretty sweet. There's also a Mind Scour Dragon, which is kind of high on the curve, and a Right into Being. I think I want the Rage Form. This would be like having a 2/2 double striker is pretty big. Could take the foiled Jeskai Barricade. Could take the Scroll of the Masters, which is actually pretty sweet in this deck right now. Yeah, let's do it. Got an Enhanced Awareness back. refocus, not really interested. I'll take an enhanced awareness. So what we're doing now, where we're moving into blue-red, sort of, is really nice because it is keeping us open. Guess I'll take the Invocation. It's on color. It's a non-creature spell for our Scroll of the Masters, because that's what we really want to be doing. We can still play Yasova, that's still an option, but we don't have to, which is great. The card's fun. I don't think we really want Heedstone Retainers. I'm just gonna go ahead and take Cunning Strike, I think. Yeah, we'll take Cunning Strike. Another Enhanced Awareness. I'll take a Refocus and put it in my sideboard. Come on, Jeskai Runemark. I really want to wheel that Jeskai Runemark. Don't think we're going to. Was that the pack? Oh man, we wheeled the Jeskai Runemark! We're doing it! Marty Runemark, a little worse than Jeskai Runemark. Jeskai Runemark is sweet because we have a couple of things that we can give, that we want to give hexproof, or flying. So, pack 2 and 3, we're gonna try and pick up some more really aggressive cards. Crippling Chill is pretty sweet. It's awesome in the blue-red decks. Speaking of blue-red decks, there's Scion of the Glaciers, which is nice to fill out the curve, but Icy Blast is just a really sweet way to finish games. You tap your opponent's team, they don't untap during their next untap step, you attack twice, and they're probably dead. So we're gonna go ahead and take that. Don't particularly want Howl of the Horde. It is kind of sweet, but I could see taking Einok Bindkin. It's probably one of the better cards in the pack. There's also Savage Punch to go with our Yasova. There's also Bloodfire Expert to stay in red and blue. I think we take the Savage Punch. It's the best card in the pack, and if we don't play green, that's fine. We took the best card in the pack. So we've got Debilitating Injury as the ultimate hoser to our deck. There's also like Treasure Cruise, which is pretty sweet in a deck where a lot of our creatures come in the form of spells. Singing Bell Strike is marginal removal. I think I take the Treasure Cruise over the Debilitating Injury. Alright, here we go. Jeskai Wind Scout. I'm definitely happy taking that over the Bloodfire Expert. It's a little harder to get ferocious with this card, but it's still very good. There's also Feat of Resistance. Kind of far away from just straight up Jeskai right now. So, yeah, pretty happy taking the Jeskai Wind Scout. Ooh. Hello, Winterflame. I like Glacial Stalker as well, but Winterflame, tap target creature, deal 2 damage to target creature. Pretty strong tempo card. Hello. This card is really good in our deck. I don't know if you guys knew. We could also consider taking the Dragon Grip or the Bloodfire Expert. I think we just have to take the Whirlwind Adept though. That card is way too good if we Cloud Form it or Rune Mark it. Also having like Wetland Simbars is pretty nice too. Take a Dragon Grip here. I think that card is good enough to want to take it over like a Monastery Flock, which is what we'd be taking otherwise. Valley Dasher, perfect. Valley Dasher is a great addition to the deck in that it will sneak in some damage. Dragon Grip. For those of you who don't know, I realize I passed it over very quickly. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may cast Dragon Grip as though it had Flash. You can enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has +2/+0 and has First Strike. And I think it's really good in an aggressive deck because your opponent is probably going to spend their early turns building up their board presence. Force Away is a nice addition. It is a good way to add tempo. Okay, we're going to take Howl of the Horde to tempo your opponents out. Because if they're spending their turn flipping their big guy, and you're attacking with a Whirlwind Adept, they might be in trouble. I will take a 4/3 that can attack for damage. And another Valley Dasher? Gosh, so lucky. I'm excited to play with the Scroll of the Masters and double Dragon Grip too. And the Dragon Grip, if you cast it as though it had flash, you don't necessarily have to attach it to the creature with power 4 or greater. So we're looking for more things like Jeskai Wind Scout in this next pack. Maybe a replacement for this Cunning Strike. So Rage Form, Cloud Form. I guess those two are the only ones, but they're like essentially creatures. That card's real good. This card's real good too. I don't think I can beat this card. This card is good in my deck, but I don't think I can beat this card. So is Monastery Swiftspear, actually. And I wouldn't mind a Mystic of the Hidden Way or a Valley Dasher either. I'm going to take this Sorin and put it in my sideboard, because I don't think I can beat that card in a million billion years. I could take this Jeskai Elder too. Jeskai Elder and Jeskai Wind Scout are both pretty sweet. There's also Active Treason, which is a great way to finish a game from a point where you're attacking with Jeskai Elder and Jeskai Wind Scout. I think I want the Jeskai Elder. I have things like Treasure Cruise that make me want to play that card. Alright, I'm not really a big fan of many of the cards in the pack, so I'll just take a Mystic Monastery. Ooh. Okay. So Jeskai Charm is sweet. The modes are all very good, but I don't want my deck to be super inconsistent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 6-mana instant speed tempo spell instead. I could see also taking Weave Fate, Active Treason, or Trumpet Blast, but we're going to go ahead and take the Water Whirl. I like Water Whirl quite a bit. Hordling Outburst is pretty sweet. Glacial Stalker is a fine morph in this deck. Weave Fate is good. I think I want some Hordlings. It's a non-creature spell that also makes guys, which is pretty sweet. Tormenting Voice is a nice pickup. It is a non-creature spell that allows me to kind of filter through my deck a little bit more aggressively. I'll take a Swift Water Cliffs, I suppose. There was a Quiet Contemplation. Careful Consideration, completely other card. Quiet Contemplation, but I don't think that's what this deck really wants. Here, I'll take a Trumpet Blast. That's pretty sweet with my Hordling Outburst. And my Rage Form, for that matter. Two cuts right now. I think I'm going to take the Tranquil Cove. I don't really want another Valley Dasher, and if that Jeskai Charm wheels, I might splash it. Cut a Valley Dasher. Ooh. Goblin Side's pretty sweet. I think I want this Active Treason though. Active Treason's a great way to finish out a game. Maybe cut one of these Dragon Grips. This deck is hilarious. We're going to be playing Scroll of the Masters with a straight face, and it's going to be awesome. Briber's Purse is going in the sideboard for those real grindy matchups where Icy Blast, Water Whirl, Whirlwind Adept with a Jeskai rune mark on it, etc., etc. Just won't cut it. I'll take a Weave Fate. I like cycling. Double Weave Fate? Yeah. And Lens of Clarity? Heck yeah. We could play Esper, just splash the Sorin. I mean, we're probably not going to play this Weave Fate. Is this card too slow? No, we're going to play it. Doesn't matter if it is. Well, I'll probably cut the other Weave Fate. Do we want Enhanced Awareness if we have, like, Force Away, Jeskai Elder, Tormenting Voice? Probably not. Well, it seems a little expensive. Perfect. Great. Add some lands. Sure. Run it. Alright, see you guys in round 1.